Hello students, instructor here again, John Medilla with another screencast. Joining up again, so this is what we created before, this little intro sequence here where I turn around and then I'm a still image and I'm enlarging and then there's the Mr. Man text there on the screen. So really this is just the intro, so that's what we call the sequence, the intro. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create a new sequence. So we just go to File, New Sequence, and I'm just going to call this one Main. Alright, and leave all the same settings as before, that's fine. Hit OK. And now I can see I have the intro sequence we just worked on in the main sequence. So what I want to do is take that intro sequence and put it inside the main sequence. I'm going to zoom in a bit here. You can see it's 8 seconds long, which makes sense, right? Because that's what our intro sequence is, 8 seconds long. So one thing I want to do is I don't really want this to be 8 seconds long. I want it to be about 4. So I just right click on here. And I'm going to go to speed and duration. It's off the screen a little bit, and I want to this way. It's the duration is about 4 seconds flat. There we go. So it's 200%. That makes sense. And I'll leave these alone for now, and I'll click OK. And so now I can see that this is going to happen much faster. I can render this. That red means you need to render it. See it play back in real time. Just hit Enter to render that. We don't need to watch all of this, so I'll just pause and come back for a second. Alright, so now it's rendered. I can play this. And come on. There we go. There we go. That's much quicker now. And that looks much more like what I wanted. So what's cool about that is this is actually still 8 seconds long. This is just a sped up version because I've taken the whole thing. Okay, notice I don't have the 3 layers, it's just the one layer, the one track. So let's compress it in the 4 seconds. What's nice, though, if I go to intro here, and let's say I go to the title, which I called Mr. Man, click on this, and let's say I select this, and I want to make the font size smaller, like this, so it's further up in the corner like that. If I go to main, I can see that that actually is already affected, so it's affected live. Smaller than it was before. I can change the color, I can do anything I want to the text, and it will update live. And so I can just constantly go back and forth between here. You know, maybe I don't even want it here. Maybe what I want is it down here. And then I go back to main, and there it is adjusted live for me, or automatically in the main sequence. And I can have other sequences from other projects too. So I just go here, and I go to File, Import, and I look for another project. Here's one called the Red Square Animation Project. This is just a stupid example. Click Open. It says, do you want to import the entire project or selected sequences? I believe this one just has one, but in any case, I'll just select Import Selected Sequences, hit OK, and it'll spend some time looking and looking for those sequences, and should find them relatively quickly. And here it is. So for whatever reason, I decided to call this new sequence of Radness. Click on that, click OK, and that sequence will come in its own bin, and all the things that were needed. So it needed, of course, the sequence, and then the ping is animated a ping. So I can just take this sequence and bring it onto my main timeline, not the intro timeline, but the main timeline. I can see that at this intro, I will have this animation of this red square. You can see that red square was a ping, so that ping is there. It's animated around. And again, I could do the same thing. I could go to the speed and duration here, and I could make this last 3 seconds or whatever. And again, it'll go just like that. And so now I can close this title one. Watch it. There's quickly turn it around. There's a zoom, and the text is there, and then it goes to this sequence, which is now faster than it was in the original sequence. But if I wanted to, I could certainly open this up and edit this. So I could apply, I don't know, I could apply some kind of black and white thing. Apply it to this, and now that's black and white. And if I go to the main, I can see that's already adjusting it live in the main. So again, you can have these sequences from the same or from different projects and compile them into one main sequence, and you can use that. Everything will update live or automatically for you. So there you go. That is how you can use nested sequences in Premiere. Goodbye.